outside in the garden again, day 27. Hey, welcome, welcome. And I am going to show you some growth. How about that? Here we go with some sweet potatoes. These are doing very well. We're going to have some sweet potatoes soon, some purple sweet potatoes and some regular sweet potatoes, it looks like. There's our blueberry bush. It's getting some nice leaves on it. We got lots and lots of blooms on this blackberry bush. And ooh, look, here we go, some blackberries coming up. We actually can't eat these because we had termite sprayed over here on the shed, so we can't eat these this time. So these will be for the birds, and we'll get all the ones that are way over there. See them? And then we've got some flowers coming up. No blooms yet, of course, but we got flowers. And then here is our kale is as big as ever. Still looking for good recipes. We got some spinach over here and some lettuce coming up over here. Look at that. That's going to be good. Good stuff, good stuff. Go around the greenhouse here. I've planted some tomatoes around the place so that we could, because I've took them out of the little pots. Still have some broccoli, and we got some seeding. We're going to take some of these leaves from the cauliflower that never came to a head. I think we're going to take some of these leaves and probably put them in a stir fry. Our beets are doing well. And the cucumbers are starting to grow up. I need to start training them on that cow panel. And here's my little tomato plants. They'll also grow on the tomato plants whenever they get a little bigger. And there's our green beans. They're doing good too. Looks like we got some little critters eating them or something. I need to check and see if maybe there's a caterpillar or something loose over here. And oh, I do see a couple of strawberries coming up. And that is okra, I believe. So the only thing left over here is our parsley. It is beautiful as ever. Pretty parsley. Parsley's good in a lot of different things. You can put it in your soups and all your stews and everything. I'm going to show you what's going on in the greenhouse. Now, if you go and look at day 8, day 14, and day 22, you can see the growth in this garden. These are all those little tomatoes that I had over here in this little thing. These are the tomatoes. I planted them in some bigger pots, so they'll have plenty of room to grow. We need to water those. I've got a couple of seeds, some lemon and some pomegranate seeds that I went ahead and tried to see if they'll come up. Okay. So let's talk about how this growth is just like our journey towards our health and elevating our life, right? Because what you focus on grows. Just like these plants won't grow unless I focus on them and give them water, make sure they have sun, and of course start with the good dirt. But you have to really think about the good things, right? You have to focus on what's good. Now, whenever I think about this, because whenever I quit smoking in 2016, I had smoked for many, many years, and it was hard to quit. I had some trouble quitting. Years and years I tried to quit. But I got a hold of this program. It was an online seminar, and it was called Alan Carr's Easy Way to Quit Smoking. And it was a one-day seminar. It was like 4 or 5 hours, I think. And after every section, you went out and had a cigarette, and then you just watched the seminar, right? But what it does is, I think it kind of brainwashes you, if you want to know the truth. But I think most of it is because they focus on the positive and not the negative, okay? They focus on the outcome. not how hard it's going to be or anything like that. And I think that is the exact same way that we need to make sure that we focus on with our health and elevating our life at all, with everything that we're thinking about. When you think about eating right and exercising, it's feels really hard whenever you think it's hard, whenever you focus on how hard it's going to be, right? That the food doesn't taste good and all that. And I have a bad problem with trying to eat right myself, because I guess I've trained myself that, the vegetables just aren't that great, right? So so it's like instilled in my brain. I'm having to change it. I'm trying to more focus on the benefits, and I've heard so many people say that whenever you after you eat certain things for a while, you grow accustomed to them, and then they'll taste better, right? So salads, I can't do salad very much, but I can eat some vegetables, and so I do that. And I'm thinking more about how I'm going to look and how I'm going to feel, and how I'm going to have clearer thinking and all of that. And I had some really good feedback last night. We went to a place called Coco's on the Canal, and it's a nice little place, and we did some karaoke. I hadn't sang in a while. It's been probably up to 6 months. I don't know exactly, but it's been a while. And these people, they're a lot of the same people, that saw me last night, saw me 6 months ago, or however long it was. And I got some really good feedback. They told me how great I sounded, and how great I'm looking. And I really, I attest it to this journey with y'all, because I feel better. I'm taking the time to do the things for me that I need to do, and I'm taking the Elevate as well. That little triangle that little dude's pretty good, that little pep tool has given me a lot of energy. It's cleared my head. I think it's given me a little bit of a glow even, So, and when you feel good, it's really a lot easier to make good choices, right? Focus on what you can gain, not what you're going to lose. Like I said, I admit that it's hard for me. The exercise is hard. The trying to eat right is hard for me. So I'm trying to turn that around and say, exercise makes me feel great, every time that I think about, okay, I need to do my exercise, I get to do my exercise. Your brain really listens to you whenever you talk to yourself like that, and it helps you to move toward that positive. Makes consistency so much easier, right? Now, I told you I'd give you an affirmation each day, and this one, I like this one. This one's, every day I focus on the most positive things, and my life keeps getting better and better and better. Be sure and read it, write it, say it. I will put it in the comments so you don't have to worry about writing it down right now. Thank you so much for always being here with me. If you are on the replay, be sure and put replay. Tell me where you're coming in from. If you're close to me, say I'm in LaPorte, Texas. So, do yourself a favor and stay focused on the good this week, this year, whatever, however you're doing it. We are on this quest together. So I want you to stay on, with those positive thoughts, and it will help you make that next decision, so much easier. Now be sure and go get your free manifesting guide. That's got those 3 habits that we always talk about. Tells you about them and how to use them, and what good they are for you. And be sure and join me tomorrow, day 28. And we are going to talk about, now that we're thinking positively, let's talk about the clutter that's in our brains, in our phones, and everywhere. Y'all have a great night, And y'all come back and see me tomorrow. Good night. It's saying I have a slow connection and it won't let me get off there, guys.